Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio December 28, 2022. Today's transits especially support your emotional world. You're focusing on fun ideas and creative musings in addition to your personal needs. You might come up with a beautiful idea or receive news that lifts you. Others seem especially fair, cooperative, and generous, and you could feel a stronger commitment to a relationship. Family or a partner may be on the same page with you, or they could have your back. Harmony between your needs for personal and interactive time can get you into a wonderful frame of mind. A deeply karmic cycle has been taking place for you since 2008. This is because powerhouse Pluto, the most intense of all planets, has been orbiting in your solar second house. Presently, he is in direct motion and operating at full strength. On the one hand, you've been dealing with radical transformations and rebirths around your sense of self-worth regarding your image and relationships. However, if married, you've also been very focused on amplifying and transforming your wealth together. Pluto only remains here for a short time. So, use this energy to emerge like a phoenix, and you'll be glad you did. Do not limit yourself or others in conversation today. Own what you say and when you say it when the moon in Aquarius conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. You could be considered quite an authority figure in the conversation. Still, the trick is actively listening to your coworkers when they want to speak up instead of accidentally shutting down the conversation. This conjunction could be perfect for apologizing or holding yourself accountable at work. You may notice a subtle shift in the topic of conversation when the moon stations void of course for the rest of your workday. At the same time that the sun is just settling into his first full week in your income sector, Venus moves into her last but also her most pivotal 7 days here. After a friendly aspect to planets on the job front last week, Venus is catching up with both Mercury and Pluto, drawing on a smart head for money and a call for change as she works to update your income expectations for the coming year. Giving to others is something you enjoy doing because it's a way to express your intuitive nature, which can sometimes get overlooked. You are a sensitive person, and getting your needs met can go overlooked as well, unless you have very old friends who've known you for a while. You need to learn to put your feelings into words. Be on the lookout for ways to express your feelings and to be heard. A virtual book club is a fun and social way to express your emotional response to literature and could be a good place to start. The day to review your budget and spending habits is here. The essence of this day will encourage you to look at your finances and to search for more efficient ways to manage your money. This will also apply if you do any of this kind of work in your occupation. Projections and margins will come far more easily to you, making it a great day to make headway in this area, as well. Investigate finance software programs on the market to see if there isn't something better out there than the program you are currently using. At the same time that Venus moves into her final week in your income sector with a huge amount of support, both now and after she leaves in order to keep the momentum going, there is a window into her next stop that is creating just as much confidence. A week before Venus is due to return to your communication sector to begin her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice, the moon is wrapping up its last visit for the year. After a friendly aspect to Mars in your relationship sector yesterday, Venus' mission has begun even before she returns. As the moon wraps up its last visit to your communication sector for the year, a week before Venus returns to begin her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice, that job is already underway. It was a friendly aspect to Mars in your relationship sector yesterday that leaves you better able to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice, giving Venus something to build on from when she returns next week. Our eyes in the sky. This morning, the Aquarius moon urges us to set boundaries with our family and not let others take us for granted. It's a great time to reconnect with your personal power and vow to leave behind any people, situations, or behaviors that are holding you back. In good shape, Your mind and body are in perfect accord and you feel totally invigorated. You're able to take advantage of this feeling to stay on top of your fitness regime. You appreciate how quickly your athleticism is improved, and you're much more aware of your strengths and how effective your stamina is. Your body needs special attention, and your nerves are on edge too. Everything that excites you endlessly is not always worth your attention. Strengthen your body's resistance and make sure to get plenty of sleep and rely on both for a bit longer. When eventually you do relax, you enjoy it more intensely than ever. A tendency to rush into romance scares off potential candidates for your love. Such a forceful approach can have an adverse effect on the person you dear, might put you in the mood to reconnect with your body, so try to get in a workout or some stretching. Use this cosmic force to look for ways to improvement your daily routines, communication skills, study habits, or personal goals. Tonight, the energy of the Pisces moon is upbeat, so be sure to reach out to the people you love for a quick hello. This is also a good time to work on your social media presence, so go ahead and post that holiday picture of your family. In the late morning, the Aquarius moon conjunct Saturn, setting a stoic tone to the day. This influence can stir up discord with family members or loved ones, but it is unlikely to manifest in arguments. Conflict might even be helpful. It could provide us with a platform to air grievances. But the Aquarius moon doesn't predispose us to reveal our feelings. Instead, we sense there is a gulf between ourselves and others that cannot be surmounted. This transit coincides with the holiday season, a time when we may be surrounded by those who only knew us as our younger selves, and are clueless as to the realities of our current day-to-day lives. We want to share our authentic selves with them, but know that would be too controversial. It's up to us to be the mature ones in the dynamic and request space if we do not wish to mask our identity for the sake of social politeness. The moon begins its void of course following this transit, lasting nearly the rest of the day. It's easier for you to make important decisions. You complete tasks more effectively by doing them straight away. Don't put anything off or refuse outside help. Instead, improve your capacity to involve others. Every type of team activity you're involved in with your colleagues proceeds smoothly. Exercise self-control and don't make agreements without first thinking them through. Otherwise, you could get involved in unnecessary disagreements. You may receive an offer from someone you find attractive, but don't be too upset if it doesn't go your way. Feeling restless, you may resort to overeating but must resist the temptation to overindulge. The cosmic weather is then quiet until just before midnight, when the moon enters Pisces, exiting its void of course. Over the next 2 days, our headspace is dreamy and imaginative. If possible, use this time to relax and reset. This can be a sensitive period, when we are overly keyed into other people's feelings. Without proper energetic boundaries in place, we can even absorb others' emotions as if they were our own. We should be conscious to avoid high-intensity individuals or energy vampires who can drain us. Instead, use this influence to commune with your creative muse. Music and artistic media can have an uplifting effect on our emotional state. Pay attention to your dreams, as they will have intuitive messages to communicate.